In the days when Babylon was the greatest city on earth, mankind lived in placid ignorance of the grandeur, vastness, and horror of the cosmos. Yet such tranquility is not meant to persist. Hello, I see that the trip through the void has brought you safely to our doorstep, but keep in mind that survival is only the beginning. Hello and welcome to Kimchi's Grimdark Chronicles. We are Vorpal Tales, and I am Dwayne, at Made of Kimchi, and I will be your arbiter for the first half of this show. This will be the finale of our Black Void Lights in the Darkness campaign. But here at Vorpal Tales, we present a plethora of terrifying tales and awesome adventures for your viewing pleasure. Make sure you seek us out on the internet, catch us here on Twitch, check out the archives on our YouTube channel, visit our webpage, vorpaltales.com, with links to all of our social media, our Discord, and our Patreon. Check out our calendar to make sure that you don't miss any of your favorite shows. Make sure you guys check out QUEmpire.com, a small company making original dice and products for your favorite RPGs and card games. Also check out Hit Point Press, known for their various reference cards, but also for creating the Heckna and Humblewood campaign settings. Visit our affiliate link on our webpage, and anything that you purchase from Hit Point Press, a portion of it will benefit the show. And third, make sure that you guys check out Gemhammer and Sons, an RPG supplement store that has everything from Decks of Wonder to Decks of Illusion to dice. Check out the affiliate section on our website again, click on the link, and use the discount code of Vorpal Tales, one word, for 10% off. Shoutouts tonight go to Astral Tabletop for the virtual gaming space that we play all of our games on. Thank you to Modifius and Black Void Games for the amazing system that we will be using for the last time for a little bit until we come back to it. A special thanks to N8 Mid for our customer character sheets that you too can use if you are using Astral Tabletop. A thank you to Love Your Rebellion, a nonprofit group that empowers the marginalized groups through the arts. Make sure you check out their website, loveyourrebellion.org. Much love goes to our Patreons, who are truly the lights in the darkness. And last but not least, thank you to all of our viewers and fans. Sorry, guys, I got like crazy itches tonight. But now, let us meet the players who will be facing the horrors of the void. Heroes, introduce yourself, tell everyone where you can be found and who you will be playing.
So if you just do the line, you'll stop with the itches. Just,
Oh, no,
Just get a little
Just
bit
do a
up,
line.
little bit up. You just you got to get them ghosts out, man.
I can't crush these Oreos fast enough.
I'm Tyler Elderjekyll's online, and I will be playing Raku this evening. And I will also be playing Sarakiel this evening.
I am John, otherwise known as J3 Billion, and I am playing myself, otherwise known as Klaus, and hoping to have a good ending.
I'm Kisama. Tonight I will be playing Madara, Old Man Madara, who will be playing Rashu Magoo, and then later I will be playing Dr. Knackle.
Is there just going to be like a line of blood at some point coming down on those?
All of the creepiness.
Inception.
Awesome.
Tell me this time, slow down. Sorry, that's it.
Before we begin, let John recap us since we did miss last week. Tell everyone where we're at.
All right. Beginning here, let me pull it up. We find ourselves in the middle of the Kamsa district, and after some amount of poking around, we find that the tablets we are searching for are in the Vortex Library. The entrance to the library is in the caves beneath the district, and so we venture forth. During our excursion into the cave system, we find a curious fungus, which improves our healing rates, but unfortunately also renders the users unconscious when used in excess. We quickly discover this after Madara covers his face in it and promptly faints. Sarakiel picks him up and helps him to consciousness with a few gentle slaps, and we venture forward. We traverse the tunnel, the bioluminescent algae lighting our way, and we find a hooded figure with a wooden boat waiting for us. They tell us that they can take us to the library, but that they need payment, and so we all oblige. Sarakiel gives a feather from their own wing. Raku opens his veins and pays in his own blood, which seems to scream when agitated. Madara pays with the mud that has restorative properties. And last but not least, Klaus pays with a relic of humanity, a $50 silver coin. The mysterious figure leads us to the boat on a nearby river, and we all get in. They tell us their name is Ukba, and they are the river we sail across. Raku and Madara question about the denizens of the river, and Ukba responds, "You may fish at your own risk." Raku then casts a spell to attract a river denizen and gets a bite. It is a giant squid which Raku then stuns, and we dispatch with relative ease. Madara cuts off a tentacle to smoke in his pipe, and Raku cuts out the bladder which contains bioluminescent liquid. Interestingly, it changes with whoever holds it. The river then ends in a void tear, and we sail into the darkness. Most of the party successfully shield themselves for the entrance, so they do not attract the eyes of the deep abyss. Klaus, however, sees that his beard has become tentacles and instinctively chokes back panic and grabs his beard and a dagger to give himself an impromptu shave. Madara sees what is happening and tells him to stop and that it looks good and offers a hug. Klaus, startled by the whole ordeal, lets Madara give him a hug, and for the briefest moments, Klaus is comforted by the warmth, the moistness, and the kindness. Amazingly, we still manage to narrowly avoid detection and come to our destination, the Vortex Library. We enter the library and find the couplets of the tablets we are looking for. We discover there are exquisite forgeries of at least one tablet. Raku then takes out some rocks that he has prepared for the occasion and casts a spell on them, turning them into complete replicas of the original tablet. The librarian then warns us that we cannot use the tablets without Kimi's ciphers of secrets, and that no one has been able to get the contents of the cipher from Kimi. However, that seems like a problem for another time. We leave the library after convincing Raku not to stay, and traverse the void and river with no incident on the return voyage. Raku harvests the giant squid face and tentacles and wraps one around each of us so we can maneuver our way back through the tunnels. Raku senses a void presence blocking our way ahead, and it turns out it is a creature that manifests itself as a silver streak made of liquid in the form of a long dragon. After a few ineffectual attacks made by the rest of us, Raku casts a spell making the stone around the cave grow and impale the creature, killing it outright. However, when the stone impacts the creature, it explodes in a hail of liquid silver blood that rains down on the entire party. Unfortunately for us, the blood is colder than ice and freezes Colossus' hand to the stone. He pulls it free, causing a sickly ripping sound, leaving some of his skin with the newly made silver stone pillar. Raku dispels the stalactites and stalagmites, piercing the creature, and levitates the body out of the caves as it follows us back to the city above. We make our way to the aromatic souk, where a huge Talath and his 5 goons block the door behind us. The leader says, "We know you stole from the Khamsa, and they do not appreciate it." And this is when they close in around us, leaving us with one recourse: fight for our lives.
Beautiful. And yes, you were indeed fighting for your lives. It was the top of the 3rd round. And you have dealt some damage to the 4 Goonies, the Talath, and the quote-unquote big bad guy. The 4-armed, bug-looking creature with a, call it a dagger whip. And it being the top of the round, Baltazar will go. And he will take an entire round to activate one of his powers. If I don't roll a 1. So as he does some hand movements with his two hands that aren't holding weapons. Some low gurgling and throat music. And his body starts to shift, almost as if blurred. And you see that immediately he appears as if there is a shadow. Even though there's not a whole lot of light in the souk, nevertheless, he is like a walking shadow now. And now it is Raku's turn.
I don't remember what I was going to do. There was going to be something, but it's been 2 weeks.
Yes, my apologies to everyone watching and the players. I was weak last week.
So, we'll just
Sure,
do
it
what
had
comes
something
to
to do
mind
with magic.
first.
Grace us with your magic.
I lightning bolt all of them.
Do they have to be in a line, or does it
Nope.
just jump?
I'm AoEing this like I'm the damn emperor.
Okay.
Okay. Book. Come here. Come to me, book.
There are a total of 6 of them.
Yep. See how much damage I can get out of that roll. Hold on. Yeah, it's not bad. They take 9 lightning damage each.
Oh.
If their armor contains any metal,
Increased.
it's not increased. They don't get to subtract anything for the armor. No mitigation.
Alright, so he doesn't have any metal. He does.
Correct key. I
Who
am the
becomes
Senate.
The Senate. He is the Senate today.
Alright, so he takes 6. The Talath takes the whole brunt of it. And the random 4 bodyguards are actually wearing leather, so they only take 7. Alright. Now it is the Talath's turn, who had already gone through the barrier that Raku had put up using the blood of the dead creature that they found in the cave, along with all of the goons that had gone in as well and had taken damage. I can honestly say I don't remember who the Talath was fighting. I think it was Kalaus. So we're gonna go with Kalaus. Mr. Talath will use his greatsword and just do a standard attack. No bonuses or anything.
Just.
Yes, just a standard attack. That is
Don't you do
a
it.
17 to hit.
What do we say to this, Tyler? Nope. No, it doesn't. Nope.
Not today, unless it's John's character, then okay.
Damn it.
Therefore, that damage... Oh, that was kind of crap. That's only 17 damage.
Excuse me? Only? Alright. I mean, I'll take 6, but Jesus.
He rolls 2d12 plus 6.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. My
And
health is recorded.
Now it is Sarakiel's turn.
Why am I rolling a d20? Sarakiel
D12s.
attains maximum altitude possible and still to be in range to do the shooty bits.
All right. I need her to take 5 damage as she bursts through the bubble.
Can she shoot through the bubble? Oh, you mean the protection bubble? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, you can shoot through the bubble.
she rolled max damage, so the guy trying to gut Klaus takes. Wow, what's their might? I said she. I apologize. What's their might? Stand by. I know it's not called might. I'm crossing the streams. I need a nap.
Should be agility.
Crossing the streams.
I am crossing the streams. Yes. I'm trying not to think of the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
Were we not supposed to do that?
Ah, there it is.
Do it.
11 damage
11 damage to the Talath.
with 3 piercing.
So he takes 9. This man is, well, shouldn't say man. The dragging-looking, person is, bloodied. Even though that's not a term in this game, but we will use it nonetheless. Klaus, the Talath looms over you.
You're big.
Remember the rules of Star Trek. The nuts are in the knees.
I am going to take, I believe, let's see. I have to pull up the book here, but parry is a thing I can do, right?
There's parry, and then there's also counterattack, which is parry, and then also you do an attack when you parry.
I will do that if I can.
Yes, you can parry. So you're pretty much the next incoming blow, you will parry. So it will have a -3 modifier. And then you get to automatically attack with a -3 penalty.
I think I'm safely splitting offense and defense here, and that's going to be my turn.
All right. Next, the 4 goons will go. One of them at Old Man Madara.
Ah, you would do that, wouldn't you? Attack good old Rashu Magoo like this, how dare you?
I was gonna say, that's not his name anymore.
Oh, yes, yes. Now he is.
He convinced
truly-
himself.
Take on one of you, I'll take on 3 of you. Come at me.
Where are they at?
Do it with one arm.
Do it with 1 arm and 3 knees.
Do it with 1 arm, 2 feet, and 3 knees. Come at me.
That's
9.
9.
Chance.
9
Oh.
to hit. Yeah, I didn't roll.
I
very
shouldn't
well.
be talking so much trash then. Oh, I have a defensive 9.
Oh, you have a defensive 9? So that does hit. Sadly.
Come at me, you won't.
Oh. That's 13 damage.
Lucky strike. And another lucky strike. And another lucky. You're so lucky.
Damage reduction of 6, so that becomes 7 damage total.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 on that one. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, is it? Is this not looking good?
Dara takes 7 total damage. He now has 6 HP left. He's
dear.
injured.
And I also need you to roll a agility.
Oh no. Just straight agility.
Straight agility.
Alright.
So many lucky stabs.
So many lucky shots. Oh. What?
Oh no!
What?
I don't like that reaction.
I get a +2 to the roll, and I got a 1 on a 12-sided die +2. Oh yeah, injured. -3. Right. Yeah. I forgot I was dying.
The injury.
I almost forgot that was a thing I was doing here. Dying, because I don't die. I'm Rashu Magoo.
All right, so you do not succeed in the hit hits you so hard that it knocks you over and you are on the ground yet again.
Lucky shot.
One of the goons will go for Raku. I'm not trying to be mean here. This is for all the bad rolls I had last Saturday.
Man, that was miserable.
That will, yeah, it was horrible. That will hit. I'm not even gonna ask you so that you'll make some weird comment. Pretty sure it's 17. 17 will hit.
If it's over 15, we say no.
That is 11 damage. And I need you to make an
Mitigated.
agility. And I do not get to do that. One of them will take out a bow, fire at Sirakiel. That will hit them. Oh, but that's not for a bow. It's for the sword. That is for the bow. 7, which gets mitigated.
Maybe they have hollow bones. They take 1.
Ah.
I'm not one for cowardice, but I think that maybe we should run away and fight another day.
There's nowhere to go. They're in the way.
The third one will also fire another bow shot at Sirakiel.
Only thing behind us is the cave.
For 10.
Is that a to hit, you mean?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let's see. Defense.
Actually, no, a 9 because
Nope.
they're up high.
Defense is 10, so no, that's a miss.
Okay. And then the last one will try and stab the magic user Raku again for 12 to hit.
Probably. Hold on, switching sheets. Should pop
Should
these
be
both
like-
out, but I'm too lazy.
Should be like 9 or 10.
My mitigation is 11. Or mitigation, my defense is 11.
Oh. So I do hit. Yeah, I'm not even going to say that damage. Pretty sure you can soak 2.
I have very thick, voluminous robes.
Madara, you are on the ground.
Exactly where I want to be, you fool.
This is my plan. You've fallen into my trap.
You fell into my trap. Say with like 2 broken knees over here.
3.
All of my knees are broken.
What? No, he's got to have one working knee.
I broke all my knees. I didn't need those. Going for that good old shankle before I die.
It's just a flesh wound.
It's just a
Alright.
flesh wound.
Go for that shankle.
Yeah. Because I believe I am Rashu Magoo, for the next 9 seconds, I get a +2 to my small blades. I remember that. Like it was
Okay.
yesterday. If my sheet will respond, that would be great. Here we go. Yeah. My network is terrible.
I gave you a point 2 weeks ago as well. If you would like to reroll. Because we were hugging buddies.
The 12?
That's a total of 14.
Total of
that extra
14.
plus 2. Yeah.
That will indeed stabinate the one of the goons.
Stab.
Roll some roll the damage.
Ah, you're stabbing people's ankles. You're just like Rashu Magoo. Damage. That's just the D4 plus 2. Yeah. I can math. Six damage. As I shankle for one last time, it seems.
For 6, that man will take 4.
Ah, you fool.
All right. Back to the top of the round with Baltazar. Baltazar will he is going to Since Serakiel is no longer in his area of effect, he will move in to the next closest person, which will be Klaus, I guess. He will take 5 damage from the shroud, and then he will attack with his shard whip. Balls. 6 to hit Klaus.
No, sir. I have a defensive 10.
All right. Raku.
This is a channeled spell. Ooh, max damage 12. Same targets.
All of them?
Yep.
What kind of damage?
Still lightning.
Lightning.
I'm channeling it. Yeah, I'm the emperor right now.
Oh, okay. You said 12?
Correct.
Fine. Okay. Everybody is not looking good. One in front of Madara that just got stabbed in the shankles. When the lightning bolt hits him, or continues to pulse through his body, a hole erupts from his chest and fizzles out as his body falls almost on top of Rashu Magoo, but not quite. The body
Another
lands
victim.
next to him.
Another victim of Rashu Magoo's lightning shankle. Really.
Raku supports this.
It's the light shankle.
No, it was all the knife. The rest was circumstance.
Getting more angered, the Talath
It's a 5-fingered knife. It's a shake.
will yet again swing on Klaus. For that would hit 18 to hit.
That's reduced down to 15. But yeah, that hits.
That is a 14, 20 damage.
Alright, I'll take my 9 damage and I'll hit it back. Hopefully, maybe. Let's see if I 15 down to that many hit points. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does hit.
And then I will. He will get shanked. Or not shanked. I can't do shankles. He'll get slash needed for 6. 6 damage.
Sadly, he only takes 1.
A fine friend. A fine friend.
And then it is Sarakiel again. They have a +1 to hit as well because they're at a height.
What happens when you crit twice?
You keep rolling.
You keep critting, rather.
That's a
And
31.
Against who?
It's the guy that's trying to kill Klaus still.
Okay.
Does that have
Yes,
some kind of weird side effect in this game?
Yeah, that does. That's an exceptional hit. So go ahead and roll damage, and then I'll have you roll some extra die.
Max again. 11. These obsidian dice like Sarakiel.
Right, roll me. Actually, that's that one. Roll me a d6.
3.
Oh, beautiful. So, as Sarakiel fires their bow, they get a lucky shot off, and it hits the Talath right in the head. But it is hit with such power. What was the max damage?
11.
So it actually hits for 33. And it pushes the Talath back with such power that as the body goes tumbling backwards, it hits that protective aura shield that you had created. His body freezes, continues to fly out, and then shatters against someone's stall.
The stall doesn't shatter.
Sweet.
The body does.
The body shatters.
What's this? A meat popsicle?
Here's the also awesome part. Everyone, all the bad guys have to make saving throws.
Oh my god, if they can be intimidated to that?
Yes. Okay. All right, let's see here. Baltazar will go first. He might do it. He's okay. The bodyguards, however, I highly doubt it. That one did it. That one did not. And that one did not either. So one of them, the one that was actually, surprisingly, the one that was attacking Sarakiel, seems even more determined and holds his ground. Baltazar merely grits his teeth, or his incisors, or his mandibles. He grits them and clitters and clanks. The other two get scared shitless and start to run off away. However, they have to pass through the shroud, and they didn't have enough health to pass through the shroud. So as soon as they pass through the shroud, they also turn to ice. But they're just there. Like as soon as their statuette falls over onto the ground.
They freeze.
So there's one goon left, and Balthazar. Or Baltazar. But it is Klaus's turn.
So Balthasar was not the person that was engaged with me, yes?
Correct. The one that was engaged with you is dead.
Deader than a doornail. That's like to see. I'm going to go up and try and backstab this guy.
Ooh.
Alright.
If that is permissible.
Gonna need some hideness. Some sneak.
Oh, some sneak. Sneak first. Okay.
Yeah, for backstabbing.
Alrighty. I'll click the things that need for the stealths. What do you want me to roll as far as like stats for this?
Dexterity and stealth, or agility and
Dexterity.
stealth, sorry. Crossing the streams.
Crossing the streams.
Alright, so that's clicked.
You have to beat a 14.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Use my one re-roll.
Those don't re-roll. Those roll another d12 and keep adding.
Yep.
Okay, well. Let's add another d12 then. 16.
That will do it. He loses you in the fray.
And then I would like to stab.
Stab at it.
So, does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not.
Does not hit?
Does not.
Keep burning those votes. What do you got to lose?
It seems that that weird silhouette kind of magic that he used upped his defense.
Alright, I'll use my last one. Alright. 22?
That will do it.
Okay. No crit damage, but
No, because it was a vote.
7. Plus... Nope. No more TM. Oh, no. I do get to roll no damage because it's a backstab, but
Backstab.
it's 1d6. So I get to add another d6 on. So 10 points.
And he takes 7.
Alright. That's it for me.
He is still up, but looks very bad off. The last goon, seeing that Sarakiel has literally destroyed the Talath, he will take a last daring shot, putting all of his might into this last, what could be his last firing,
Natural one.
probably. Duh. Close, but not quite. That was a 4 total to hit.
Yeah.
Rashu Magoo,
Rashu Magoo.
you're on the ground with no one near you.
I really, really regret having a movement speed of 1 now.
To get up is going to take your whole turn. Unless you can do some crazy mind stuff from the ground.
Would I still gain my small blade skill if I throw my knife?
Yes.
Yeah? And can I see the goon that just shot at Sirakiel?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a fairly open area.
Time to throw this knife. Here we go. For the first time in 10 years, Rashu Magoo will be seen throwing his knife to finish an opponent.
You're going to be at a -3 because you're laying down.
Okay. This is incredibly unlikely. Here we go.
Total of 9 after the negative.
Use a vote.
It would be another +2 because Rashu Magoo.
Oh,
-3.
11.
Yeah, it'd be 11.
That will hit him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. For 6 damage.
Those max rolls are great.
So he takes 4. But guess how many hit points he had?
3.
He had
2.
4. How does Rashu Magoo, the knife fighter in the pits of the fighting pits of Laheen, kill this goonie?
So Rashu Magoo will use the move he used in one of his earlier fights against Kwalashtu, the four-armed mace wielder, where he was on the ground and he threw the knife as his opponent was bragging and going, "Are you not entertained?" He'll throw his knife and get both Achilles tendons of the goon, leading to him tripping and bleeding out.
Nice.
Both of them.
Awesome. So seeing that he is the only one left and being very bad off, the Balthazar is going to get the hell out of Dodge if he can, if the spell does not fail. Oh, fuck.
Forget he has to add, if he's
Extra
casting
what?
a spell, he has to add a penalty to the roll equal to the damage he's taken.
Is that a 1?
It doesn't
Wait,
matter.
wait.
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
He's like, "I gotta get out of here," and then he just implodes on himself.
Creates a black hole right
Jesus.
where he's standing. I gotta get out of
Okay.
here.
So that's a 12 on the severity. I need to
Going
roll a
to
d6.
implode.
Oh, beautiful. So he's already in his shadow form, and he tries to create like a bellowing mist of unseeingness. But the natural laws of the world are instantly reversed, turning the world momentarily into a inverted image of itself. Objects which are far away appear close. All colors are inverted. Gravity is canceled. Beauty becomes ugliness. Solid objects become ethereal, and so forth. And as the world reverts back to its normalcy, there is a blast of deafening silence. And he is no more.
What just happened there? That's
Pretty mu-
John.
He
That's
pretty much
John.
imploded on himself.
He imploded.
This is exactly what happened.
"I gotta get out of here."
And
Weird universe.
yeah, as his
There's-
body just implodes on it. Like, it's not even like that explosive implosion. You see him and he kind of looks up, and you see the fear in his eyes, like he knows what just happened. And then his body just starts to fold in on itself to its own little pocket dimension, and just goes, and he's gone.
That's right, you better run from the great Rashu Magoo. Another victory!
Pocket size for our convenience.
Yes.
Wait, what
Good.
just happened? Where am I?
Yes, you have taken care of the Kamsa assassins.
Oh, great Rashu Magoo, it was an honor fighting with you.
Who is Rashu Magoo?
Wait, you don't. What?
What?
I thought you were just calling yourself Rashu Magoo, the greatest pit fighter ever.
He got hit on the head, brother. Don't listen to him. Let's go.
Did I ever tell you about the time I met Rashu Magoo? Yeah. I tripped over his leg. Mark it was nice. He said, "Watch where you're going," and I was like, "I will." Thank you for the advice.
Was he nice, or was it nice? Was his leg nice? Did you like tripping over his leg, or just him?
Yes. Come on, let's get going. Come on.
The day is growing short as you make your way out of the aromatic souk. Do you head directly for Rahat's temple, or do you stop anywhere along the way?
You get stabbed again? No, we're gonna get rid of this crap.
All right. So you start to make your way out of the aromatic souk, and as before, you make your way back into Sludge Town. And as you're going down the twisting alleyways and the dimly lantern-lit streets, you start to see from the door that you had taken many times. Normally, you would see lookouts on the roofs with torches, knowing that all is safe. As you've come and gone a couple of times, you do not see any of these lookouts, and you start to smell smoke and fire coming from that building.
That tracks.
Son of a bitches. I swear to God, who else? Just everybody in the world, everybody in this goddamn city know who we are? And what we're doing is just a fucking open book? I mean, let's go.
I'm going to look for
Check
survivors.
For survivors, yeah.
This is a shame.
So as you make your way to the door,
Inconvenience is what it is.
as you make your way to the door that leads down the, that has the secret entrance into the floor, a door opens not 2 or 3 huts away, and you see Helona, like just barely looking out. She says, "Over here, quick."
Badara takes like a solid 20 seconds to hobble over there.
What? So you guys got attacked? What happened here? Somebody spilled a candle? What's going on?
Well, I can only imagine that after you had... Do you have the inscriptions?
Yes.
Well, not more than an hour ago, what I can only believe to be Kamsa assassins attacked the temple. I know that Anzor and Rahat had fled, but I would not leave my son. So, sadly, I drugged him and then carried him to this home.
I mean, that's all well and good for him, but don't we need the prophet to make this infusion for the boy?
Well, I mean, I am an Amari. I can read them. I guess it'll be up to you guys to actually make it.
And one more thing, we needed a cipher from Kimmy to read these.
That name. You do not need them. You've got me.
Can I do an insight check?
Uh,
I want to see it. Not like is she lying or anything. Like I actually want to know if like this is an imposter.
oh, you want to know if it's an imposter?
She seems really off right now.
Yes. Can either do a straight up awareness, or if you want to try and roll expression if you have it.
I have socialize. And otherwise untrained. So awareness plus untrained? Yeah?
Nope, you can just roll awareness. I was just going to try and give you a bonus if you had expression.
Okay. Natural 11? Natural 12?
Natural 11.
Natural 12 minus 1.
Go ahead and roll a d12 on top of that.
2.
So 13 total. You can tell that she is...
Oh, go ahead.
She is sincere. Like, this is Helona. And she sees that you're like you're eyeing her. She says, "You think I'm an imposter, right?"
It would not be the strangest thing that happened today.
Well, you have to understand, after everyone started killing off my people, we had to make up names. And there was one individual that was a well-known scholar and artifact seeker. And he volunteered, because he believed in what our family was doing, to be the cipher. He does. Believe me, he has studied the inscriptions. He does have the ability to decipher them. But so do I.
So you're saying you also have this knowledge?
Of course.
Alright, well. The quicker we
I
can...
would imagine that I would, I mean, other than my son, I would kind of be useless here.
Do you, or we here as a collective, have the materials to make this infusion on site?
What do you guys have on you?
Mud.
Mud.
Lots of teas and herbalism kit items.
All right,
Does that
you're
mean-
definitely going to need those.
Lots of money.
Have a hookah pipe.
Does anyone have any type of like fire making? Sure, if not,
Raku
you
looks
guys...
at his hand, which bursts into flame. Yes.
Yes, I have flame.
Because he's talking to God. Or talking into the void. Yes, I have fire.
So she says, "All right, place the tablets here," and she kind of gives you a brief description on how everything should be set up, as far as like, you know, how high the heat should be. She kind of points at some of the herbs and teas that you have. She's like, "Well, this will work, and this will work," and then she says, "But this is the key," and she pulls out what can only be described as like a black pearl. She's like, "We must crush this. This is what they call the Black Samhita."
We crush it with the third knee.
The whole time his knees are cracking because they messed up from the fight.
Yeah, just like there it is. There you go.
As you're getting all set up, crushing this pearl, you hear a rustle from the next room. She just kind of has a rough blanket over it. Everyone make awareness.
Just straight awareness.
Straight awareness.
Don't pay attention to me. I know worse than nothing. Everything's fine.
15.
That's a 2.
All right, so Raku, out of the corner of your eye, as the draftiness moves through the little hut, you see that the boy, Adnan, is in the other room, and you can kind of tell that he's coming to. His mouth's frothing, still writhing, misshapen. His now bulging eyes are wide open, black as midnight, no pupils, and his mouth is just outstretched in a silent scream. And from what you can remember the last time you saw him, his enlarged limbs have grown considerably. They're now like wicked-looking claws, and his toes are contorting out and growing talons. And Helona sees that you see this. She looks back at the tapestry, or the carpet that's over the doorway. She says, "He's fighting the influence of the paralyzing substance I was forced to give him to move the body. I tell you now, once we have made this elixir, I hope that is enough to help them. And as before, like I had promised, she points to a couple of small chests. She says, as we had agreed upon in the beginning, here are a couple of, here is your payment.
Thank you.
And if you open them, you can see that there are a couple of decent quality weapons, a couple of probably armors that you don't need, some intoxicants, and all in all, the goods are probably worth about 1,200.
Are there any glowworms?
There are not.
Oh, okay. Somewhere out there.
So as she reads through the inscriptions, it takes about 2 hours to get this all set up, boiling. Bright lights are coming out of the little pot that you have going on. Strange smells. You can visibly see the aromas coming out as if they're tendrils from the void, and as they go back in. And after the 2 hours goes by, all Helona says is, "It is done." You have a bottle about, as big as a vial. You added all of these ingredients, would have yielded something like a gallon, but after it's merely a single vial of this pure black Samita Ruya.
Well, while this distilling and everything is happening, I'd just like to go into the room and kind of like sit kitty corner from the child and watch and see what's going on.
Roll me a d6.
It's 1.
Yes. So,
Okay.
as you enter the room where the boy lies, he's tied to the bed as he was before, but not as well, due to his enlarged limbs. It's just not as easy to tie him down to this rickety old bed. You have about a minute.
Oh, 1 minute. I see that. Like he's struggling to get out.
Yeah, he begins to move and moan, and he increases his thrashing, and he starts to scream. He becomes more conscious.
The distillation is done, though, right?
Yes.
I tell everyone we need to. We need
Infusion.
to get this infusion to this boy now. He is coming to, and it looks like he's going to break that bed in half.
We just need to convince him everything's fine.
Now, and I'm going to go out and grab the vial and try and.
So when you when you leave the room to grab the vial, you hear a snap, and as you look back, as the carpet is closing back up over the door again, you see that one of his arms is now free.
Fuck. I'm just gonna grab the vial and try and hoof it back before he can fully get out from his restraints.
All right. You're just gonna go in there by yourself?
So we have a minute still, right? Or is this now 55 seconds? Because I have a signature
So I
ability
have a
that
minute,
takes
right?
1 minute to channel. I don't want to be right next to him doing this whole ability, and then he breaks free and strengthens me.
So as soon as Klaus went in there to sit down, you had a minute. And that was about 30 seconds ago.
Okay, so yeah, so much for using my wise advice here, my Madara advice. Okay. Oh no.
He continues to rage.
At this point, I have the vial, and I'm about making my way back in, right?
His one arm is flailing back and forth.
Oh no.
This is gonna get messy. I could use some help.
Klaus, I need you to make me a fear roll.
Oh.
Oh,
What
dear.
is exactly fear?
So it'll be a D12 plus your willpower.
Uh-huh. So you're saying agility?
I'm saying your willpower.
Right, strength. Gotcha. Let's see if I have any bonuses. Nope. All right. That's a 2.
A 2, you say?
What I meant was 15, but what the dice rolled is 2.
So it's not so bad. You, as this child continues to change and more horrific, a fifth eyeball comes out of his elbow. You start to lose your you start to lose your resolve, and you don't want to go any closer to this child at all.
I think the void's already taken this poor boy. I can't get any closer. The thing will kill me.
You're stronger than that. Come here. Hug time. Come here. Brother, come here.
if I will let this happen.
The child's skin begins to turn a obsidian black color as it starts forming where his chest is, and starts continuing out across his body.
Can I make any roll to try or give this vial away to anyone?
If I can take 9 seconds, maybe I can give you a delusion that everything will be fine, so you can come over your fears.
Try it. You have a couple more seconds.
So taking 9 seconds to do a potency 9 effect, where you have a delusion of strength 3, where you believe you are a medical professional. You can do this. This is just a normal day.
It's just a normal day. Everything's normal.
What would your willpower be? I believe it is
2.
2? Okay. So I'm unimpeded by this, trying to convince you that everything will be okay. And that is a total roll of 11. So yeah, for the next 9 seconds, everything will be okay. You can administer this. You're a medical professional. Come on.
All right. Why don't you make that fear roll again?
Start and just stop. Just look at this and kind of shake it up a little bit. Yeah, that's about right. I mean, I should
Somewhere in the back of the room, I'm just standing there giggling to
The
myself.
third arm starts to emerge from the child's back.
Don't know what the hell I was worried about. It doesn't buff my willpower at all, does it?
I mean, it might? No, I don't know.
What, the Ruya?
No, the key. What key did? We're modern.
Do I give him any bonuses for willpower?
Because I'm a.
Yeah, you gave him
professional.
delusions of grandeur. Yeah,
Illusions of grandeur, +3
Yeah, +3.
for potency 3. Yeah.
All right, here we go. And you're. Can I use? Okay, so dumb question. Apparently, I've seen some shit on the street. Can I use Streetwise for this?
Nope. This is willpower. You are
Yep.
we're going against your fear of this thing taking you where you don't want to go.
All right, I'll cross my fingers. All right, ladies and gents, let's go. I can't. What is it?
9 + 3 is a 12. You are okay. You shake it off.
Nothing to worry about.
You get that, as you look on in the terror in this. I mean, you can't really see the terror in the eyes, but you can tell the fear is just emanating off of the child based on the open mouth that is starting to grow, sharpened teeth that has silent screams.
His eyes is starting to bug out. Just looks really big, and like
Yeah.
he's got this look of pure shock and horror, but his body is just getting bigger. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go in there and without even looking, like I'm gonna unstop her, make sure everything's gonna hold my finger over the stop over it, and or put my thumb over it and clasp it in my hand, and then just I've seen this 2, 3, 4 times before. Been here. I've done this. I'm a professional. When I watch, without even looking, he's gonna swing his arms, and I'm just gonna go up by his head and dunk it in. And
Does a 42 hit you?
whoa! What? Does a bitch slap from hell hit me? I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna try real hard.
No is the correct answer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no
try
is
real
the
hard
correct
on
answer.
that no and see what the DM says about that.
What is your defense rating?
With that, doesn't matter. With the 42, doesn't matter.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
That's what I thought.
Why don't you roll me a d6, Klaus?
Two.
Okay. So as you get within range of the child, that arm that was growing out of his back swings around and it just hits you square in the chest, a shattering blow. And it knocks you across the room and you land in a crumbled heap on the floor. You feel at least 3 or 4 ribs are broken. You're unable to do anything but just stare blindly for only 1 round or 1 minute. Now I need everyone else to make fear rolls.
For just the sake of the game,
Mhm.
how much damage is that?
Oh, I'm about to tell you.
-1.
Minus your willpower.
I rolled low, and my -3 modifiers took it below 0. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
That's a 6.
Okay, so Raku, strangely, even though he is all about the void and wanting to join with it, he ain't having none of this right now. And he does not want to come into this room.
Oh, no. As in, I got less than nothing on the chart.
Yeah.
Right. Meaning I'm immune.
Oh,
There is no
yeah.
fear.
Right.
Oh,
I
you went the
rolled-
other way.
Yeah.
Oh, because you said -1. I thought you meant that was like your roll.
No.
This is a
you
DC roll.
Take the lowest possible penalty on the chart and go under the chart. I rolled a 2 and I subtract 3 from my modifiers. So in other words, I'm like bolstered by this effect.
Oh, okay. So what would it be then?
A -1 because you roll a D10. I rolled a 2. I have -3 in modifiers. I rolled less than 0 on
But
a
you
D10.
need a 5 or higher.
Past the DC.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Oh, I thought you were rolling on the fear chart.
No.
Oh,
No.
then that's like a 7.
Okay, so you're okay. No, I'm not rolling on the fear chart.
Now I
was
get what you're
rolling-
asking.
Rolling to come over the fear, overcome the fear.
No, 3 for me would be like 5 or 6 in modifiers.
Okay. So you two are all right. However, Klaus is not. How much health did you have left?
I'd like to go ahead and to repeat my question from earlier. It doesn't matter.
It might. It
I,
might.
not
I
die.
seriously doubt it with 15 health left, and I'm pretty sure you crit at least twice.
Yeah, but I only get to roll once on the chart.
All right, so 15 health.
Okay. What's your total health?
38.
All right. You're still alive, but you're knocked out, like you're unconscious. You took 30, and then minus whatever your.
Does that mean we finally get to play the death game in this game?
So as a mechanical standpoint on this game, how do I go subtract? Like, do I go to negative 15?
Well, you should have a number on there that says this is if you get this number.
Oh, 19. Yeah.
So negative 19.
Negative 19. Yeah.
So if you have negative 19, you are dead. Like, you do not come back to life.
What's the death game when you're below 0? What's the mini game?
There actually is no exciting mini game. You're pretty much
die.
just out of it until someone
He
heals
doesn't
you.
keep losing hit points or anything?
No.
That's cool.
So the way I picture this in my mind is like, I've been there, I've done this before, and I'm just looking at this vial of fluid, making sure everything's okay, and then his third arm just bitch slaps me towards the wall. Shatter 3
Instant.
ribs, break in half, done.
Oh,
Oh, he was not okay. This is not. Oh. I feel responsible for this. I'm sorry.
He's fine.
No, he's not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Serakiel rushes over there.
Yeah, I was incorrect. You lose 1 hit point per combat round. But since we're not in combat, it's more like, oh, just bandage him
every
and he'll
3
be okay.
seconds.
He'll bring him to 0.
So what happens if Serakiel rolls a 1 on the bandage roll? Is that bad?
It just doesn't work.
Well, it's a good thing
Breaks
they
another
rolled a
rib.
9 then.
Okay.
It's like a 12.
Yeah, so
Using
it's
one
well
of my bandages, which actually will heal him. If you're
Okay.
under 0, it says that it brings you to 0 and stabilizes you.
yes.
Or to 1 or whatever.
Yeah, so you're effectively at 0. Like you need rest to get back to 1,
Right.
or some type of
Life
immediate
magic.
healing.
Raku considers it, but this day is entertaining.
Oh.
So Klaus is knocked out on the other side of the room. Helona is kind of freaked out, but the two of you are still there.
Did he actually feed him the potion or whatever the hell he was supposed to do?
No, he did not get the chance, so it is kind of sitting in his unconscious hand.
I will feed the kid the potion.
So the child will try and
quick hug.
swing at you.
Quick hug first.
There's
Quick
no
cut.
magic here. It's just like a 3-second hug. And then,
You got this.
Oh, quick!
Really weird, awkward hug.
yeah, very
Uh,
sticky and slimy.
that is only 6, which I'm pretty sure does not hit you.
No.
Oh wait, no, that's a. Oh shit! I actually didn't even add that wrong. I didn't add that right. It would have been even higher, Klaus. It's actually a 12.
Higher.
12 to hit.
Yeah,
Are we
he
talking
beats my
2 hit
defense
or
by
2
1.
damage?
So that is 12 damage.
He doesn't manage to hurt me, though. I feed him the potion.
All right. So his body continues to rise, and you kind of hold him down. Madara, now that he's within the range, you can kind of jump in and hold him down as well. Helona will just stand at the foot of the bed, with her hands over her mouth, hoping and praying. And at that time, his full paralysis begins to wear off, and he begins to writhe even more. This time, the screams start to come out, but they're more like gurgles. Some ancient banshee from the void. But you successfully force the Ruya into him. And as he swallows it, you immediately see the veins in his body glow a blue iridescent as it moves like so quickly through. And it actually looks very, very beautiful in the moment of his black obsidian skin and these blue iridescent lines, almost like ley lines. It is so beautiful in its horror.
I have a mechanical question.
Yes.
Was that damage that was higher or to hit that was higher?
It was to hit that was higher.
Okay.
Yeah, it was +5 to hit. I only did +1.
So I'm like, I was scarily close to death. You just rolled 4 more points and I'm just instantly gone.
So as the lines move down his body, the top begins to start fading, and as they continue to fade down his body, you see that the blackness of his skin starts to fade as the lines in his veins move down. As the blackness continues to start fading, what were once blue iridescent veins turn into a bright yellow. And his enlarged, opal eyes start to sink back into his head. And you can see that the metamorphosis has stopped, and the madness begins to dissipate from his eyes. And in that split second, you see like a heart-wrenching agony as the arm that was growing out of his back doesn't come back into his body, but merely falls off, leaving a large gash on the child's back. His 2 enlarged regular arms begin to shrink down. And just as you think that the metamorphosis is totally reversed, you can see that he still has a couple of disfigured fingers. Some of them are going the wrong way. Some of them are missing tips. And then Raku, you notice as he stops shaking and writhing, you see a small black speck in the injury where the arm had fallen off his back. And your void senses begin to go off.
Everything's fine here.
Helona runs over.
Except Sarakiel is like, no, something's wrong.
Helona runs over, thanking you and crying. She's hugging her still slightly disfigured son.
Sarakiel is like trying to point out the black speck.
No, no.
Sarakiel also has void sense.
Oh, yes. I think... Madara, do you have it as well?
I'm void touched, but I don't have any enlightenment. So it's like, something's weird here. Oh well.
It's just Raku. Just another day with Raku.
Can you put it on another music, more ominous? For some reason, I can't change it.
Weird. Wait, did I just... Sorry, Key. I started the wrong room. This is what you want. Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. That speck that Sarakiel sees jumps off of the child's body.
See, it's fine.
Like a flea. And it jumps. And it jumps. Once it gets to the far wall,
Conscious body right here.
a tear opens.
Let's go.
We're gonna need some tear rolls. Everybody willpower.
Sure would be great if I wasn't dying.
Yeah, that is a 9. Madara.
You're okay.
Srakiel.
It's not a very large tear.
Got a 5.
It's okay.
And, Raku got 50 bajillion. Hold on. It's a 9 base.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Plus
you're
my,
fine.
I've
You
got to
don't
get
even
my
need to roll.
modifiers open, yeah.
Klaus,
Is unconscious.
I still need you to roll.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you said fear, which is willpower.
He did not say fair, he just said willpower.
I just said willpower.
Oh, willpower. Excuse me. What kind of negative do I get for unconscious?
Full
I'm
wound penalty.
Since you're... You know what, don't even worry about it. Technically, you're not even conscious, so... You won't even know what happens.
Because I rolled
Damn it, class.
natural, -4. Natural 4, -4, which is 0.
Yep,
So
Klaus
you
got
got-
a
you-
flat 0.
My body is ready. You
My
understand?
body is ready to
My
take
body
whatever
is
you
ready.
have. Whatever you can throw at me, my body will take it.
And I'll like it.
So, yeah, it's actually not that bad. Because
at
the tear
Madara.
is
This is
fairly
fine.
small.
This is fine. This is just a normal day.
So if you were conscious, Klaus, you would have a strange chill run down your back.
Glad this is a small tear.
Yeah, it's not very big. It grows a little bit, and it is just large enough as if it were a large mirror size. So not enough to like throw a boat through. You could probably get through it if you like crawled in, but that's about as big as it is. Helona sees it, and all she sees is darkness. Klaus, sadly, you do not see anything because your eyes are closed. Mandara, did you have void sense?
I don't believe I really do.
So the same goes for you. When you look at this, when you see this tear open, you look into it, and all you see is literally the blackness of the void. However, Raku and Sarakiel, you see a woman, actually fairly attractive woman. You see, she has light white clothes on, flapping in the wind, if there was wind in the void. Tentacles writhing all around her on her throne. She looks at the both of you and she says, "Do you want to get this body back and save the boy?"
Do I have to speak out louder? Can it be telepathically?
It can be telepathic.
Telepathically, it'll be, I already got paid for my job. Who are you? You're hot.
You may call me Selena.
You looking for an apprentice, Selena?
Well, I want this body.
The kid?
I want the body. It needs to die. And in the agony and sorrow as I enjoy myself with his tears, hope, future, and love will all be lost.
The kid or Klaus?
She looks at Klaus. I do not need that one.
I'd be more inclined to let you have that one. He's
But
more
you-
used up than the kid.
You, I can tell that you are one like me. Therefore, you are the other half of my desire. The burning passion of my soul, if I had one. Embrace
I like this
me.
chick.
Join your strength with mine and give me power to destroy this world. Only then will this make the creators cry.
Flowery speech, you got a deal.
Yes, offer yourself to me. And she she holds out her, that ominous moment where the big person holds out her arms.
That's a hug I can get behind.
And do you step through?
Yeah, that's the last thing I say out loud. That's my goodbye to them.
So Raku kind of dive rolls through the tear.
Oh.
And she looks back at Sarakiel. And she smiles with, bloody fangs that you didn't see at that moment. The tentacles continue to writhe around her throne. And all she says is, yes, equivalent exchange. And the tear shuts. The wound on the child's back immediately heals, and almost instantly, his hands go back to normal, and he gains consciousness. Klaus, you also gain consciousness. It's like that spurt moment of life that was blown into the room.
Sarakiel slow blinks, which takes like a solid minute because there's a lot of eyes.
all of them have to blink.
One at a time, slow blink.
I just...
And then Sarakiel turns around and tells the rest of you, we have to get it back.
I aggressively, or I just sit on the ground and I go, I'm process whatever bullshit we have going on in 10 minutes after I take a drink.
After you did at my flask. I don't feel well.
No, he's just slouched against the wall. Just...
As you guys are kind of gobsmacked by what just happened, the child, Adnan, kind of comes to, and he sees his mother crying and, almost smothering him. And he kind of pushes her off. He just continues to ask questions like, where are we? Where are we? How did we get here? What happened? He almost has no recollection of what happened. And then he looks at the three of you. He says, I had a dream. And you were all there. But there was another. I don't see them. But you were on a ship. Floating in the blackness.
All of this is fine. I'm glad you had those dibs on the barge.
Raku has a will.
The barge is going missing.
He continues to tell you this strange dream of how he sees you guys on a ship navigating the void. And just before he woke, he saw you looming towards what could only be described as a... Easiest way to explain it would be like the ivory tower from the Never-Ending Story, except it's not ivory, it's blood red and made out of sharp crystals.
Oh, glorious.
But that will be a story for another time.
You just hear Klaus go, "Oh, fucking hell no."
The will. Everything goes to Madara, but only if he always keeps everything glistening.
Always has to be moist.
Every surface.
Klaus, come here. I must make you glisten. Jacko, come here.
I let
Listen.
this happen. getting used to Madara's hugs. They're pretty great in their own right.
Dara's just making everything glisten now. Walks without shoes to make sure wherever he walks glistens.
Darling, we need to have a conversation about how we make these things glisten. Oil is always
The credits stop rolling.
fantastic.
2,000 years in the future, Lynn is nothing but a burned cinder.
I believe this.
There's a blood red star in the sky that blinks like an eye, and me on a throne next to the hot chick.
Yes. The Hersher of the Void and her champion.
We zoom out a bit, and we see from a lower angle someone standing.
Rashu Magoo! Exactly!
Then cut to black.
Yes, but that is the end of our story in Black Void. We are going to take a short 10-minute break, and then we are going to come back and have our opening scene, character description, and introduction to our Season 2 of Pathfinder 2E, Strange Aeons. The Thrushmore Horror.
Terror.
I always get those two confused. They're both scary.
We'll see y'all in 10 minutes.
Yes, see y'all in 10. So 10:45?
Yes, and Black Void will return on Saturdays in June, we think.
In June.
See you for that then.